What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Type back into the video today, and today I'm going to be going over my 2023 MLB Division Series predictions. The Division Series in the playoffs start Saturday at 12:03. We'll have 4 games on Saturday. Before I go over my predictions, I'm going to go over the full ALDS and NLDS schedule. Going down the road, I don't think all games have a time and a channel, but I think the first 3 games have that. But the only reason Game 4 and potentially Game 5, if necessary, Game 4 and Game 5 don't have channels or times is because we don't know if those games are going to happen yet. A team can definitely sweep the other both teams, and although there are some series in this ones I don't see sweeps, and let's go over the schedule, and we'll go over my predictions as well. All right, so getting into it, we're going to go over the full schedule from the Division Series should last about a week long. All right, Saturday's schedule, October 7th. Starting off with the Rangers and the Orioles at 12:03 p.m. This one is on FS1. And then on Saturday as well, October 7th, on the ALDS, the Twins and the Astros in Houston on FS1 at 3:45. Then you have the Phillies and the Braves in Atlanta on TBS at 5:07. And then you got that game, and then you got the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers in LA on TBS at 8:20 on Saturday. Sunday, you only have the 2 ALDS games, Game 2s of Texas and Baltimore and Minnesota and Houston. 3:07 is Texas and Baltimore on FS1. That's still in Baltimore. And then Sunday at 7:03 is Baltimore and Houston on FS1 at 7:03. So that concludes Game 2 of that series. Then for Monday's slate of games, Monday you have the ALDS, the American League Series have the day off, and the NLDS happens on Monday, October 9th. TBS at 5:07 p.m. is the Phillies and the Braves, and then the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers at 8:07 on TBS. Then the ALDS is back in action for Game 3 on Tuesday. Astros and Twins on Fox. This game is in Minnesota though, and so that game's going to be on Fox. And then Tuesday, October 10th at 7:03, Orioles and Rangers on Fox. That game's in Texas. Then Wednesday, Game 3, you have the NLDS, Dodgers and Diamondbacks, in Arizona on TBS if necessary. Don't know the time of that game, though, yet. And then Wednesday, October 11, 2023, Game 3 on TBS for the Braves and the Phillies. Don't know the time of that game either. Wednesday, if necessary, Game 4 of Baltimore and Texas. This game would be in Texas, and don't know the channel or the time of when that game would start. Same thing, Wednesday, Astros and Twins in Minnesota. Again, don't know the channel or the time. Then Thursday, if necessary, Game 4 between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks on TBS. Don't know the time if that is necessary. And then the Braves and the Phillies, Game 4, if necessary, on TBS on October 12th, Thursday. No time released yet. And then here's the last bit of it. Friday and Saturday's last bit of the Division Series, as if necessary, Game 5 between the Twins and Astros back in Houston. It's either going to be on Fox or FS1, but no time or channel on that one yet. And then Friday, October 13th, 2023. Hey, that's Friday the 13th. Rangers and Baltimore, back in Baltimore. And then October 14th would be the last day of the NLDS. The Diamondbacks and the Dodgers is Game 5, if necessary. And that's on TBS. And then that's it. And then you got the Phillies and the Braves, if necessary, on Game 5 on TBS as well. So, from Game 3 to Game 5, from Game 4s and Game 5s, you do not know the times they will be played, or not only the times or the channels. For the American League, you don't know the channels, but for the National League, you do. All right, well, getting into my predictions, we're going to start on the American League side. I'm going to start with my Houston Astros going up against the Minnesota Twins. Since, this is shorter series, I'm going to go game-by-game predictions. I have the Astros winning Game 1 and Game 2, and then going into Minnesota on an elimination game, trying to get the sweep. But I think Minnesota and Carlos Correa come clutch in Game 3, and the Astros go down 2-1. But then elimination game, the Astros aren't losing back-to-back elimination games. Astros close them out in 4, and the Astros move on to the American League Championship Series. Then the Texas Rangers and the Baltimore Orioles. You got a Texas team who's had some playoff experience against the Baltimore team who has basically no playoff experience, and I think this is the Baltimore lineup that is actually Texas is probably favored to win this series. Game by game, I got the Orioles winning Game 1. I got the Rangers winning Game 2. I have the Orioles winning Game 3. I have Texas tying the series up in Texas to send it to Game 5, but I have Baltimore winning in Game 5 and moving on to the American League Championship Series. So then you have Baltimore and Houston facing off in the ALCS. Then the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. I have the Dodgers winning Game 1. I have the Diamondbacks winning Game 2. I have the Dodgers winning Game 3 and Game 4, and then moving on to the National League Championship Series. Phillies Braves. This is a very hard series for me to predict. It's very hard for me to predict who wins this series. This will be obviously I think the Dodgers and the Braves, if the series happens, it'll be a great series. But man, will Philly and Atlanta come close. I got Atlanta winning Game 1. I have Philly winning Game 2. It's hard for me to not go. It's hard for me to go against Philly when they're at home. It feels like they're unstoppable in the postseason when they're at home. I know the Astros knocked them off a couple times in the postseason last year in the World Series at home, and so did a couple other teams, but this Philly team is very good in the playoffs when at home. I want to go with Philly winning both games in the playoffs at home. I'm going to go with Philly winning Game 3, so now they take a 2-1 lead. But I think in an elimination game, Atlanta, one of the best teams in the MLB all season, clutch up, maybe get off to a slow start in this ball game, and tie the series up at 2, then back at Atlanta, getting that confidence in elimination game. I think that should bring up the poise for Atlanta to win the series in a Game 5 situation. And then the championship series would be the Astros and the Orioles, and then the Dodgers and the Braves. What a championship series we would witness right there between the Astros and the Orioles and the Dodgers and the Braves. But that's just my predictions. You guys give me your predictions in the comment section. Let me know who you think is coming home to the championship series in the Astros Twins series. Give me your predictions for all series. Really, I got the Astros and the Orioles, and I got the Dodgers and the Braves. But I think right now those are the favorites. And sometimes there are matchups in the division series that you don't expect to win, and there's always a surprise winner. I don't think a lot of people didn't expect the Phillies or the Padres to move on to the championship series last year, and they did it. And I wouldn't be surprised if you saw another surprise. I don't see Houston losing. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas, surprised Baltimore. I don't see the Dodgers getting eliminated by the Diamondbacks, but I wouldn't be surprised if Philly upsetted and surprised the Braves. So, you guys can give me your predictions for the division series, and that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.